I'm going to be playing Fortnite, but there's something in Fortnite that I would like to tell you, and something that you should really know. This is especially for Fortnite OGs, because they would know what it's like. If you started playing from around season 6 to season 9, then you would know about the no sweat insurance building. There is one in Lazy Lake, but like it's not the right one. Like, because, oh my god, not this again. And go into creative. Why does this, this is just so cool. I just like this. Anyway, I have found out of a theory, and that theory is something that is going to most likely surprise you. And it's a theory that, so basically the theory is the agency is the no sweat insurance, or the no sweat insurance is the agency. Let me explain. So it all started when the no sweat insurance building was first constructed, and the no sweat insurance company wanted to be in a popular place because of advertisement and other things. And the only spot that they could find was just really, really bad. It was basically it was a place that was always struck by disaster, such as Kevin the Cube, or some meteors and a bunch of other things destroyed it as well. But the no sweat just accepted it. They were building insurance, so they didn't really care. So then they bought the plot, built the building, and you may not know this, but Brutus and Midas back then, they somehow were working together, and and so basically what happened was that, when they were working together, getting some money and everything, while they were constructing the thing, Midas and Brutus came up with an idea to advertise it. They wanted to put a hole in the ceiling of the roof, maybe to save money, or maybe to advertise. We don't know yet, but we'll see. As you can see, this is the no sweat insurance building, the OG one, and as you can see, there's a hole in the roof, just like the agency. As you can see, just like the agency. And if we have a look around here, oh, I never knew about this. This is just a glitch. But if we go around and search through here, we may be able to find things. So as you can see, these are the things that they use. This is just a storage thing. And maybe we can find some evidence that could lead to this. As we can see, is this a golden chair? Maybe Midas liked the colour gold, so then he got a chair that was kind of golden, but he didn't really like it, so maybe he decided to maybe get a superpower. As you can see, some of these, like, they're kind of like green and gold, but that's not enough evidence and it doesn't really make too much sense. Midas does like the color gold because he got a superpower. As we can see, there's a couple teddies having an interview. Is there any evidence that we could have? That photo, that could be evidence. Let's see. It looks like maybe if we turn it on the side we can see it better. Is that any better? To me, that kind of looks like tomato. I don't know why, it just kind of does. Anyway, it's a bit of evidence. We'll see. Same photo. Well, anyway, back with the thing while we find evidence. So, Midas liked the colour gold. Oh, look, there's a poster. Maybe that could be relating to the photo. Maybe. If we search here, is there any evidence? No, there's not. I don't know why you can search it, but yeah. But you can tell this is the thing, because I'm pretty sure this exact picture is in Sky's room. So that could be evidence as well. There's a couple other things. Well, back to the theory. What's that? That could be maybe Brutus in his early days. Brutus, Midas. No one knows. So anyway, Brutus and Midas decided that when the volcano came and destroyed everything, that they didn't want to rebuild all the houses because they are like a no sweat insurance, like house insurance and stuff. Like, they didn't want to have to do all those buildings, like so many buildings, and they were only a small company. So they fled. And so T and Tina, Sky, and Agent Peely decided that, well, they really wanted to just take over with the company, and so they did. And then later, they saw that the mecha team leader and the monster were fighting, and while that was happening, Brutus and Midas, believe it or not, they were creating stuff. So basically Midas created a teleportation device, aka the 0 point. Then they could just teleport to the other island. So basically, while Midas was working on that, Brutus was working on the mechs. He couldn't find a name for them, so instead he just named them Brutes. Like himself, Brutus. And then, next season, T and Tina, Sky, and Agent Peely found Midas and Brutus. They then knew about the plan, and so they helped Midas and Brutus. Brutus made a suit because he was thinking on making some kind of like power armor, like in Fallout 4, to give him the strength to be able to create the big brutes. And so when he made the suit, he was able to cut wires that he didn't need and to rewire them with the knife he has. And also, we find out that, well, when the black hole came, Brutus couldn't take his mechs with him. He had to leave them because the visitor, we don't know who the visitor is. Could it be Midas? Could it be TNTina? We don't know yet. So yeah, you don't clearly know. So yeah, we'll have to uncover that soon. But basically, Midas, Brutus, TNTina, Sky, and Agent Peely fled. Well, back then, Agent Peely was just Peely. He wasn't an agent. But then, they found something out. When the black hole came, they knew what to do. They all hopped in the teleporters, as much as, I mean, no, not people, like items that they needed. They got secret plans, secret items and contracts, and that was it. Then, all of a sudden, when they teleported to the new island Midas was working on, because Midas actually took the cube with him. Brutus got a bunch of mechs, put them on an AI system so they could carry the cube into the teleporter. Now, we don't know what the teleporter is, where it is, and how Midas made it, but yeah. So then they made steamy stacks to provide power in the new island. They then set up Lazy Lake, Salty Springs, because Brutus was a builder, and he built Salty Springs so we could build it again. And then he also built Retail Row and some other places like Holy Hedges, Sweaty Sands, and all the other places. And so basically, they then found out that other entities were living on the island. They found Journey, Hazard, Fusion, what's the other names? I kind of forgot, but they also found the other things like 8-Ball. So they found 8-Ball, Scratch, and a couple of other characters, such as Remedy or Toxin, and there was like a big battle going on. And so Midas and the gang, they decided to join the organization, but then later TNTina and Brutus went to Shadow, because after Midas actually turned, like somehow had a superpower he didn't know of, and somehow turned 8-Ball golden, kind of golden, and he somehow corrupted Scratch. And so then Midas found Meowscles a stray cat that had the ability to grow massive muscles, and was also very, very good at changing colour. Meowscles could change black if he was very angry, white if he was super happy, and stay calico for any other mood. And so they built the agency because Meowscles was able to carry materials that they found, such as brick, metal, and other things. And Brutus had accidentally left building plans for the agency. So then they got rid of the cabins in the middle island and started working on it. And then, once they did that, just guess what happened? They found out that Tiantina and Brutus were Shadow. So Midas and the other organisations so basically Midas, 8-Ball and all the other characters joined Ghost in organisation. So Ghost is an organisation that is teamed with Ego, and so Brutus and Tiantina joined Shadow in cooperation with Alta. Yes, and started to build the Doomsday device. And before the agency was created, and after they built a bunker underneath the agency, Brutus was working on plans on his computer. He sat his briefcase down for the plans of the agency and was on his computer trying to get plans for a Doomsday device, because he was going to join Ghost, but he didn't want to look like those dumb henchmen. Well, that's what he called them. So he joined Shadow because he said he looked much cooler. And Tiantina wasn't really a pink or white fan, so she joined Shadow and got some new black and some other colours on her shirt. And she set up a rig organisation, which, she managed to get some henchmen, and yes. Sky also wanted to start her own business as a shark. She then turned it into a prison, and then that's where they lead us today. So basically, Midas was working on the Doomsday device, and remember how I told you how Brutus put his briefcase down? Forgot to tell you, but he never picked it up again. He accidentally left it with Midas, and Midas took it and built the agency with Meowscles, while Midas paid Tiantina some nice gold bars to do some stuff. As I mean do some stuff, I mean cause some destruction on the island before the agency was built. Midas accidentally left some plans on a toilet, and it was golden. So that's why back in season 1 you could see the thing. So now basically Tiantina said that she would demolish some of the things with her henchmen, because Midas paid her with gold bars. Because Tiantina was pretty nice. She didn't kill Shadow's most wanted man because he paid her. And anyway, after that, Brutus started a grotto with some backwards cap llamas, and Brutus and Tiantina became very good friends and decided to make some cool new henchmen, because Tiantina didn't really like her henchmen. The suit were a bit too colourful, so they decided to use a kind of like black and white texture to them. And yeah, with backwards llama caps. Then they put shadow outposts. Now Midas couldn't do that, couldn't put ghost outposts because he was too busy working on other things. Meanwhile, Meowscles' yacht was hijacked by Deadpool because Meowscles was chilling with Sky, playing some board games, some Jenga, and maybe some other board games we don't really know. And then all of a sudden, while he was doing that, the shark, Deadpool, held a henchman hostage, and then the henchman decided to work for Deadpool, and then Deadpool had also came through the teleporter, but it was a different teleporter, one that some other people have made, and it was the same teleporter that Thanos and some other, and also Batman, came through that same portal. But this time it took Deadpool to the wrong place. It took him to the island, and he liked that yacht, so he decided to take it. And then Meowscles was so mad, and so he was also sad, so he moved to the box factory, where he never talked to anyone. He joined Shadow because he was so mad at Deadpool, because Midas couldn't help him, and Sky was too scared. Sky didn't have many henchmen at the time, and even if she did go to fight Deadpool, remember, Deadpool is indestructible. Well, in the movies he is. So maybe Sky was reading so many comics about Deadpool that she just knew that Deadpool was invincible, and she just didn't want to fight him. Midas was too busy working on the Doomsday device, and so yeah, Brutus and Tiantina couldn't help, but Meowscles joined Shadow anyway. He doesn't have any henchmen, but if you become a Shadow henchman, you can actually be friends with Meowscles, which is very, very good. And yeah, so that's all I've got. And yeah, it's basically all I've got. And yeah, well, I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye. Oh yeah, and also if you did enjoy, then please let me know.